We're going to turn now to James Carville. He is down in New Orleans. Good morning again, James. Probably no one has been tougher than you on this White House on this response. The president now going back for his fourth trip. He's ratcheted up the rhetoric over the weekend. Is this what you've been waiting for?
Well, I hope so, and I think he has a chance to hit the reset button tomorrow night, and there's certainly going to be a lot of interest, a lot of anticipation in what he's going to say. Doug Brinkley's been reporting that the Secretary of Interior said that he's going to address the issue of our vanishing coastline and have a massive public works project. If that's true, that's going to be greeted with embrace down here and greeted with great approval. But we've got to see, and I think people are very, very anxious. I think they want to hear what the president has to say, and I guarantee you he's going to have a lot of eyes glued to the television set tomorrow night. And I mean, this is good news. They say they're going to capture 50,000 barrels, and I think that they're moving that direction. But last week we were told that the high point was 40,000. So I think these sensors will give people a good indication of what's on there, and hopefully these scientists can give us a definitive answer, because every answer we've gotten has been wrong so far. But I'm very encouraged by what I hear about the ability to capture this all. I hope it's true, and we're just praying that that'll be the case. You
mentioned this recovery fund that Secretary Salazar talked to the historian Doug Brinkley about. What more specifically do you think people on the Gulf are waiting to hear from the president tomorrow night?
Well, I mean, I think that they definitely want to know what's the strategy for cleaning this up, how much oil's been put out there, how long do the experts think that this is going to go on, what are going to be the long-term effects on our fishing industry. They're definitely concerned about this moratorium. This is wrecking the economy down here. What has to be done to get this lifted? How soon can we expect that? And the big thing, of course, is what Doug Brinkley, who's a former resident of New Orleans, is reporting, is what is going to happen to our wetlands. We're losing wetlands at the rate of the size of Manhattan every year. And if this president seizes this initiative and talks about rediverting the river below what they call Myrtle Grove and reflooding those wetlands, that's going to be a big part of his legacy. That's going to be an enormous thing, and that's what people are really looking for here.
James, you mentioned the moratorium on drilling, and I know a lot of politicians down there in Louisiana across the Gulf are calling for lifting the moratorium. But do you really think that's wise, given the kind of dangers we're seeing with very deep water drilling?
Well, certainly we saw this, and I think BP last year had something like 700 violations, and the next operator had 1 violation. And I think that certainly you would have to have some stringent regulations. I think that every CEO ought to sign off on it. I think we have to have, top flight engineers coming in ensuring safety. But I think this stuff is necessary. I think it's essential to the economy down here. And I think properly regulated and properly done, it can be done. Nothing can be done risk-free, but I think it can be done much better than it was done before. And we're going to have to get back to this. It's just a question of when. That's a very productive field out there, and it's killing the economy of South Louisiana. I mean, you take fishing and you take petroleum away from this, you don't have a whole lot left.
Finally, James, we only have a few seconds left, but bottom line, put on your strategist hat here. Has the president contained the political damage?
I think I'd rather look forward, as we say, and not look back. And I think he can hit this reset button tomorrow night. I think he can not contain the political damage. I think he can eliminate the damage. I actually think done properly, there's political value in this. I think that he can help himself a great deal. It's a complex problem, but he's got to show that he's on top of this thing, that there's a strategy in place, that there's a way to deal with this. And for the big thing is if you're going to estimate something, estimate it on the conservative side, because everything else we've been is overestimated.
Okay, James Carville, thanks very much.
Thank you.